Hello, it's Mo, the Keto Cook for Matthew's Friends. Now today I'm going to talk bread. Bread is one of the things that causes a lot of questions to come in because when you go on the ketogenic diet, obviously you can't eat flour or you can't eat very much flour, and they think that you can't have bread. Well, you can, and I'd just like to point to these two products, and they're freely available on the market. They're very good, but they're also very seedy. Now that is something that's pointed out to us regarding flax, because that is a little bit seedy, but nowhere near as seedy as this. But this does make really nice bread. But I'm going to show you how to make a very quick, fairly economical loaf that is not too seedy. Ingredients, you weigh them out first, make life easy for yourself. If you've got everything in front of you from your recipe, hopefully you can't go wrong. And there we have the golden flax. You just pop that in, and do make sure that you get everything out, because every bit counts in the keto diet. And these little spatulas that you'll get in the Matthew's Friends starter packs are very useful. So that's the flax. Next you've got ground almonds in. Again, just make sure that you've got it all out. Then the Barcat baking powder. That's all gone in, so that's fine. And just give that a stir, just to make sure that everything is well mixed. I can see it is. And then I've got some butter, and that's nice and soft. It's been out of the fridge, so it's room temperature, nice and soft, so that makes it easy for mixing in. And it goes. Clean it down, make sure you've got it all. Just work that in a little, just to get it going into the flax. Because it's nice and soft, it'll go in quite easily. And this amount that I'm making now we'll make 6 portions. 6 portions, that is enough to make 6 sandwiches. And each portion will have a ½ gram of carb in each slice. Now that is very, very low for a bread. So that's enough of that. And then you've got egg. It's quite a lot of egg, but that's what makes it nice and light. And again, scrape it all out, make sure you get it all. And also in there is just a drop of cider vinegar I'm using here, but you can use white wine vinegar, rice wine vinegar, and I found that it just gives the bread a little lift. And you just beat away. It looks very sloppy, and it is, but when you let it stand for a few minutes, it thickens up. So that is what it should look like at this stage. So you can just leave that, although maybe I should just have a little scrape down off the spoon, make sure there's no butter stuck to that. Yep, that's fine. Right, so I'll just pop that to one side. The oven's heating. Now I'm going to make 2 small ones today, but it does make one larger one. Now this is the shape I would recommend if you're going to make sandwiches, because you'll end up with a flat loaf that you divide into 6 and cut through the middle, perfect for sandwiches. Doesn't mean that you can't make a sandwich when you make it in here, it'll just be smaller slices. So in there, there'll be 3 portions and 3 portions in there. And these are handy for freezing. In fact, you can portion it up. It freezes really, really well. So if you do portion it up into sandwich sizes, you can pop it in the freezer, defrost very, very quickly, get it out of the freezer when you get up in the morning. By the time you've eaten breakfast, you can make a sandwich with it. So that's a good tip. Right, so now we're ready to grease our tins. And I use this. It's brilliant because you only need a little spray. Give it a shake. And spray it in. Some sprays are better than others. So if it sprays like that, where it's not evenly coated, just tease it around a bit with your finger. It's even these non-stick tins. Sometimes they're not so non-stick. So that's a tip as well. Even when it says non-stick, grease it. You can of course use non-stick baking liners if you want to, or silicone liners. They're very good and you can keep reusing those. Right, back to our mix. Now, can you see how that's thickened up? That is quite a lot thicker than when we looked at it a few minutes ago. So I'm going to put that into the tin. And you should, if you're making 2, you should weigh what you've got. So maybe I should give you that as a tip now. Get your scales. Tin in. Put it back to 0. Put in what you think is half. That's 80 grams. No need to 0 when you put your tin back on, because it goes to 0 on its own. Right, that's 89. So hopefully I've got about 9 in here. There's several ways of doing this. I've just chosen to do this now because it's the simplest way. Obviously if that doesn't come out at 89, then I might pinch a bit out the other one. There we go. So flatten it out. And there, I'll show you 2 equal size, and they will go into a preheated oven at 180 degrees, 160 degrees on a fan and gas mark 5. And they should cook, and this size will cook in 15 or 20 minutes. Look at them after 15 minutes and they may well be all right.